Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Healing with Hila. This is your space for aligning, expanding, and reconnecting with who you truly are. I'm your host, Hila Ferguson. I'm a transpersonal hypnotherapist, life coach, and energy worker. Thank you so much for inviting me into your life. This episode, I really felt called to share with you this session I did with my friend Anna. In fact, Spirit told me that we needed to get together and that I'm supposed to put it on a podcast, and I really didn't know what it was going to be about. And she came over and we started chatting, and this whole subject around her possible attachment came up, and we decided to just schedule a call to deal with that. And so the whole concept of spirit attachments is something that I've been dealing with in my hypnotherapy practice for a very long time. And honestly, the way that I see it is lost souls that have not completely released from their emotional system, from their physical bodies for whatever reason. Either their death was traumatic physically or emotionally, they just weren't fully ready to let go. And I always felt like my role, and as I support a lot of my clients who have dealt with being mediums themselves and having their own set of gifts in helping these souls finding the light and crossing over. I find that the route to a successful crossover is love. Usually, we engage in some kind of dialogue. We ask some questions, try to understand what's happening, any information that serves us in knowing. I anchor and call my clients' loved ones and their own guidance system. And I truly believe that there's many guides and souls out there that are here to help these souls, and they just need that free will in action so they can intervene and be there for these lost souls. Oftentimes, after we engage in a dialogue, I usually root the session in love, just reminding them of love, opening a bridge of love, connection to light, support, and help for them. And it's usually a very transformative and a beautiful process. Most of my clients feel a release because often they carry around that heaviness that those spirits have. Sometimes they even have physical conditions that disappear after that. And it's also important for me to note that free will is always in action, which means there's a agreement within yourself that agrees to carry that soul around, which means nothing can really attach to you without your consent on one way or another. Sometimes, often, my clients just have the gift of helping souls cross over. And so their first encounters are just souls coming to them because my client's own soul made that agreement and wanted to reach a point in which they get to understand it and be of service. Anna and I had a session around that a few years back, and honestly, I completely forgot about it. And she reminded me when we were chatting. And so again, we decided to just meet up, have a call, and sort through it. When I was editing our session, I noticed a bunch of crazy audio interruptions that happened on several occasions when we either called in her guides or asked for that soul to step forward and communicate. And I had to share that with her because it was not going on while we were chatting. Neither of us heard that. And I decided to keep it for you guys. The only editing I did to it is I lowered the volume a little bit because in some cases it was extremely startling and I didn't want you guys to be startled. So I kept it, but I thought it was so incredibly interesting to literally have a physical imprint of the beings that we were connecting with. Oftentimes, my guides know that I don't like the physical reality stuff, like, don't turn the TV on and don't turn appliances that are not connected to the wall or throw books off my shelves. I've had clients that had a lot of physical experiences with spirits. I'm, like I said, not into it, and so they know to keep that away from me because I trust and I'm really able to communicate just within my mind very easily, and I trust the inner voice. And so I don't need all that physical proof, but I figured it was there for a reason, and so I decided to keep that physical proof there. I must admit, it totally took me by surprise, and it actually happened in an earlier podcast I did with you guys where I shared my session with Catherine. There was a part where we called her guide in, and the audio just went crazy and I actually edited it out. I did not leave it. And like I said, I decided to keep that one going for us this time. So I hope you enjoyed the session. It was so cool. It ended up turning completely different and not like what we expected. Here it is.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of true crime, whatever. And so sometimes podcasts will just like start playing. So when I logged into this, then it started playing some podcasts and it said, and then they were shot in the head. What the? Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yes and no. Thanks,
So funny.
Spirit. Another confirmation, right?
So funny.
I love it. No, I just love it. It's like today I was telling the class, I was driving to the class, and last night I got the download to do like a moon healing. And I'm driving, and like right smack in front of my face is the moon, like in the middle of the day, in the middle of the morning, in the direction that I normally don't see it. And I was just like, okay, Spirit, I hear you. We're doing it.
So funny. Oh my God.
I hear you really well, and you're feeling good. You're feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, we're gonna chat, and then they're showing me like this doesn't need to be heavy. It's like all here, and it's so accessible for you. So talk to me a little bit again about your just visiting your uncle and just like some of the things you said, because they said that as we talk about it, it will just open up the energy.
So okay, so 2 years ago when I was in Michigan, I was visiting. So, okay, let's go all the way back to when I was first visiting. When I first moved there, I moved to Boston to go help my aunt with like cancer research stuff, and was living with my aunt and uncle. So my aunt's my mom's sister, and then my uncle's her husband. And that's when I started having the really hard time in picking my legs, and like I just was like so grossed out by my uncle, like so creeped out by him. And I was picking my legs. I was just so sick. So I had to leave, came back to Arizona, got that session with you. And that's when we had the session because I couldn't stop picking my legs. And we cleared like 3 attachments to my legs. Mm-hmm. And it was beautiful. And then at the end of it, I remember seeing a head that had been blasted. Mm-hmm. And that was it. And I was like, nope, you're not quite attached. Nope. And then did not deal with that one because I was like, I don't feel like it's fully attached.
It wasn't time, yeah.
And then after that, like I immediately stopped picking my legs, have never picked my legs ever since.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know. And then I was just in Michigan, not this last summer, but the summer before. Stayed like a month with that aunt and uncle because they moved to Michigan. and couldn't even look at my uncle. Could not. We would sit across from each other at dinner, and I would look down. I could not even look at him.
Wow.
Just, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, it's not like he's a horrible person. He's not.
Right. It's not a conscious thing.
It's not a conscious thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
And then we came over and you were talking to me about picking your head. So when did that start? When did the head picking start?
the head picking started while I was caring for my dad.
Okay.
So,
and did it shift? Did it progress for you? Like, did it stay the same, or? I'm just curious.
It's pretty much progressed. Like, if I'm sitting still, my hand just like floats up to my head.
Interesting. Okay. All right. And then we were talking and all of this like feeling came up and we were like, holy crap, we think it's connected.
Like, oh, maybe that's why I'm picking my head. Because I was like, oh yeah, the picking. Oh yeah, you helped that. Oh yeah, I'm still picking something else.
And I totally forgot that we did that session around the picking of the legs. Like, I love how it was coming.
The picking of the leg. That's what made me think of it. Because I think that's the session I think of with you, because it was so intense and so beautiful, and it immediately worked. I mean, it immediately was like I saw, and I could not stop. I could not stop picking my leg.
Incredible.
And it was just gone. So
okay, I love it. Okay. Is there a way that's coming up for you right now that feels good and safe to kind of watch this? Do you want to just do what we did before and just kind of like invite, that soul and create that pathway? You tell me what feels good. If you're like, I don't really have an agenda, that's totally fine too. But I wanted to check with you. So is there something as we're talking that's kind of coming up at you? Can you do you feel reflux? Really? Yes. Okay, good. So you're physically refluxing.
I refluxed. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any other agenda.
And that makes sense. That's fine. That makes sense. That's just, again, the body's like, can I and am I ready to fully digest this? Can I and am I ready to fully move it? I'm going to start by just inviting some team and some love for you. They're showing me to actually invite that moonlight energy that we used in the class that I just finished. Mm-hmm. So just going to start our journey and really just anchor you in the moonlight. And we're just going to open up to guidance and see what comes up. You don't have to go super deep for this. It's totally fine, that we're just chilling in the car talking.
Yeah. During this past full moon, I was at the hot springs. And so at night, nobody else was around. And I went in the hot spring and just laid with my arms open toward the moon. So it's perfect. I can just.
Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. Yes. So that's the space. See, I felt like you were going to anchor the beginning of the journey. That's exactly it. So I want you to move into that space in the springs in your mind. Yep. And it's a space that's so easy for you to call to. And so let's take a breath on that. And just feel the water supporting you below. Feel and connect to the moonlight above you. Know that space to that hot springs is a piece of earth that speaks to you, that feels like home. So it's a perfect space to start this journey from. Yep. The earth below you really supports you. The water that runs through it really supports you. It's a space for healing for you. And so it's perfect for today. It's perfect for spirit. And so I just want to invite a little bit of that and just feel that support, that unseen support around you. And really invite nature to anchor that space. So again, the earth, the water, the moonlight, even the air that you breathe holds within it that vibration of connection and protection. And in fact, Spirit is very grateful for this moment, because through you, we can bring forth more healing that is bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
And so just open yourself up to that gratitude. Trust and know that right now your soul and your guides are very, very grateful. And they know exactly what we're doing and why we are here. And they're showing me that we can invite the energy that is connected to this. And it doesn't even need to be rooted in that trauma of the death. So in whatever way that soul wants to show itself up, whatever way you feel comfortable in imagining that soul, that spirit wants us to just work with, I want you to allow that to come in. And I'm just going to count you 3 to 1. Allow the next breath to just bring it in. Again, allow the image to just anchor for you in the easiest way, even if it's different than what you saw before. And so 3, 2, 1. And just notice the first thing that came to you when I finished my count. What are you sensing?
It was very dark. Like as soon as you ended your thing, it's very dark. And then light has just been like slowly coming in a little bit. It's coming through like a doorway, like it's coming through like a portal or whatever.
I love it. And so inviting that image, notice that there's a doorway, there's a portal, there's a space for you that light is emanating from behind. Tell me more. You're doing really good. What else are you feeling?
I'm like looking for somebody. I don't see them.
You feel like you're looking for someone?
Yeah.
And you can't see them? Good. Good. Move with the feeling. You're doing really, really good. Did the doorway open up? Help me understand what you're experiencing.
Standing in the dark, the light is not as much there anymore.
Okay. And that feeling?
There's like a little tiny orbish thing to my right. There's something that keeps kind of showing up a little bit to my right.
Okay.
I keep looking to my right.
Okay. Okay. So inviting that in, I want you to let go and release all of this idea that this is going to look like it did before. Spirit brought you for this moment, and they want us to just stay open. So I want you to invite that feeling. Whatever that presence is to your right, whatever that space to your right is, just let it grow for you. Let yourself feel into it. If it greeted you, what would be the first thing it would tell you? Just let that in. 3, 2, 1. What's coming up?
Just, I'm so sorry. I don't know where to go.
What else?
This feels lost. It just feels like it's like walking over here, walking over here, walking over here.
Are you willing to help?
Yeah. It doesn't feel
Good.
Like it did before. Yeah, it feels
good. I
safer.
love that. Release what it did before. Beautiful. And so move into the space right now of accepting that role. I am here. I am willing to help. And inviting your team to come at your back. Whether you feel them, see them, know that they're there. Just accept that they are here.
As I stepped forward into it, I could feel them all behind me. Exactly what you said, your back.
Beautiful. Look at you. And so they are supporting you, but you are the one that is using her free will right now to create this bridge. And so inviting more of that awareness into the space and let the orb keep talking to you. Tell him, I'm right here. I'm listening. What else would you like to say? What else do you need to show me? And just take a breath and allow that in. What does it want you to know?
It feels like its head dropped, Like his head dropped, like it's ashamed or.
Yeah. And so hold space for that and say, it's okay. I am here to listen. It's okay. What do you want us to know? The team is right here. We got you. It's okay. What can you do?
Like I kneel down to,
Mm-hmm.
I just put my hand on his back or whatever, and it just got so small.
Stay with that. Tell me more. So at first it was a large body of sorts, and then when you put your hand on it, just go ahead.
Yeah, like it was standing up. And then when I went toward it, it like almost curled up into a ball.
Yeah, stay with that. There's a purpose and a reason. And so again, anchor and hold that space. You are the bridge through your free will right now. And so remind him and tell him, I am right here. I am going to be a bridge. If there is something that you need to tell me or show me, I am right here. What are you sensing?
Something just telling it, like, you don't have to be in these human emotions anymore. That there's more out there.
And are they listening? Are they being willing to hear you?
It feels like it, yeah.
Good. And so I ask if it would be okay if we can open up that bridge. If we can open up that bridge so he can have a way to get free from those emotions, like you said to him. Is he willing for you to just remind him of the bridge?
Like it almost felt like the ball opened up to like become the bridge. So the ball opening up, becoming the bridge, but the bridge is just all light.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole, and it's going from down at the floor up almost to my left.
And so I want you to open up to your team and ask if there is more that needs to be moved on that bridge. If there's a reason why the bridge is not just to transform that orb, but to allow it to become that. So just watch it. Allow it to unfold for you. What are you sensing?
It kind of went away for a little bit. I'm trying to reconnect to it.
I got you. Allowing a breath. And as you exhale, just inviting your team's presence because they gathered for you for more today. And so I want you to just be aware that there's more for you. There's more they want to gift you. There's more they want to connect you with. Allowing your breath to help tune you to that vibration. And so inviting that back, just inviting your team forward. And allow yourself to release all limits right now as we just ask, what's in my highest good? What else do they want to tell you? If there's anything they can tell you right now, what would that be? What the first thing comes through? 3, 2, 1.
Or what they're teaching me than what is happening with the thing. Is just teaching me more compassion, that I've been so closed off. I've been so closed off to it.
And so they're talking to you about a space of compassion. And by inviting that orb to cross, inviting it to become the bridge, is opening you up for that. So they're showing you the reason why we're doing this, the reason why it came to you.
Mm-hmm. Putting my hand on its back felt so much better to me than just like, I don't know, being irritated by it.
Yes. You know? I love that piece. So they showed you that when you shifted and moved into that space of just compassion and connection, it fueled you up. It allowed you to feel better within your body, within you, than that space of irritation that you held.
Yep. It just feels like that's a bigger picture consciousness thing.
Yes.
Than just me. That's what's trying to come in, like, bigger picture than just me. But
collectively. You're feeling the collective.
Yeah.
And so they are showing you that the bigger picture that the collective needs to hold is that moving into a space of compassion and connection feels a lot better than a space of anger and irritation.
Yeah.
That from that space, we can transform.
Mm-hmm.
Is there other areas in Anna's life that they feel like that needs to be expanded? So just besides that connection with that one, soul, let them show you, is there a theme, or is there other areas that we need to kind of apply this to? Folks coming.
I mean, it's for sure, like everything. Well, like my mom, politics, like all of the things, like I've just built up so much anger and like disconnection from that feeling of just compassion and feeling good. That's like been missing in myself.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That feels so important.
And people have told me, like, people have like said that before, but I'm like I didn't want to feel it because I just wanted to be angry for whatever reason.
Okay.
For whatever reason, for that time, I was just like, I don't know how I can do that.
Yeah.
And that I can call my guides. Like feeling that at my back felt much safer than just trying to do it myself,
Yes. And that is a big piece of today. And so to allow them at your back and the compassion and connection that they hold when they look at you to transfer into you so you can hold that for others. Feels a lot easier, right? And to try to pull it up from nothing.
Yeah.
And so I want to invite that connection again for you. And so again, inviting that back, feel that support. And it is anchoring, and it is strong, and it is powerful. It is massive. And all they are asking is for you to be willing. When you are willing, they are able to come through. And so feel what it's like to just have them at the heart space, right? At the back of your heart space.
Mm-hmm.
And just take a few breaths on that. A big piece that came through today in meditation is courage. And they're showing me to give that to you as well. And one of the things that they said to everybody today is when you chose to come here and be present in your physical body in this world, you have made the biggest act of courage that you will ever have to make in this life. Everything else is smaller. And when you wake up every morning and you say yes to this life, to this body, to this world, you are standing in a place of courage. And you are standing in a place that's conquering fear. And to expand on that and to remind you of that, to remind you of the initial courage that you had to have in order to say yes to this body, in order to say yes to this life, in order to say yes to this world.
Mm-hmm.
And inviting that courage now to keep following you. And so as you're saying yes to this next chapter and that big chapter and moving from compassion and connection, right? It's like anger was there and it served us and it was here and it did what it needed to do. And now they're showing me it's no longer in my highest good to carry it.
Yeah. It's like when my guides had my back, was touching my back, is when I could touch the back.
Yes. Yes. You became the bridge, truly, to allow that to come through because you needed to feel that support. Yeah. I love that. So in this space with your guides at your back, I want you to ask if there is anything that would be in your highest good right now to open up. So we opened up and allowed that soul to become the bridge. Mm-hmm. And now we are of service. We are of service to bring things into physical reality. So is there anything that they feel that would be in Anna's highest good? So just invite that sense right now. And they might say no, like what we did is enough. But I would just want to ask, I want you to ask if there's anything for me in my highest good right now to just bring forth that energy of compassion and connection in this present moment. Let them show you if there's another bridge that needs to be created. It's coming.
I think they just needed me to feel, because much stronger than the orb and that scene mm-hmm. is the feeling of them touching my back.
I love that. And so let's breathe that and anchor that and grow that.
That feels very powerful.
I agree. Beautiful. And so just scanning if there's anything else, if does it feel like they're complete for right now, that they're, kind of closing that for us. If there's anything else that they want to show you or gift you, if there's any other symbols, signs, or words that they want to send you off with, you'll be able to connect. So just take a few moments and check.
The only thing that I think that it completed it was I felt the hand on my back, but then it reached forward to like my chest, so that the hand on my back, the other hand reached forward on my chest, like it was
complete.
I don't know, complete.
Yes, a circle. You are both giving and receiving. You are in that connection. I feel it. I see it. Mm-hmm. I love that, and that's going to anchor for you. And in those days that follow, in those moments, as you're moving more into that space of compassion and that space of connection, that will stay with you every time. Beautiful. And so we're just going to do an easy, quick count up, just inviting everything to gently settle, counting from 1 to 3. 1, as we expand with gratitude for you, for conscious Anna, for taking the time and doing this today, and for being brave and open to see it differently, to allow things to show up in a different way, because that was the best way for the guides to reach you.
Yeah.
Allowing the gratitude to expand to your guides, to the beautiful springs that opened up the scene for us, the moonlight. 2, as we just bring in all of those pieces back. And you're going to find yourself more whole, more complete, more balanced in your physical body. Mind, body, and soul weaving into one. Just bringing the awareness into the now. 3, fully, completely aware, awake and present, taking time, wiggling a little, still very connected. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm so proud of you for letting go of this idea that it needs to look like it did before.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you did, that was that moment, right? That was like that profound moment of their connection to you.
Right. Yeah, it didn't have to look at all like it did before.
Was there anything else that kind of came up that you want to chat about? Did it feel like you didn't really need to know the pieces of his story? It was more about just holding that space for him and know that it's okay. Yeah, I felt that 100%. Too. Yeah, like there was a lot of shame that just needed to be transformed. you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I do feel that. I agree with you. I think that was like the heaviness that kept him stuck is the shame. It's the, and it's that lost. And as soon as you just gave him permission to, that was exactly it. As soon as you offer that space of compassion and connection, you were
expanded.
Yes. And the shame just, was able to just dissipate.
Yeah. Yep. It's so fast.
And it's so interesting, right? When you check into these vibrations, because you can literally like feel like the heaviness of the shame and how that would kind of trap you, and how when that dissipates, like light just kind of like comes and it's just easy to transform.
Yeah. It was very like such a fast transformation.
Yeah.
With one little
act.
One little act. Yeah.
Have you been able to kind of tune in and reach your team, like when you meditate and connect? Like, was today? I'm trying, because they're showing me that your ability to connect was almost kind of like rooted, right? In like they were showing me that the anger and the resentment that you were holding on were actually interfering your connection to your guides as well. And that when you were able to bring yourself more into a space of that connection and compassion, their connection to you also opened up more. Have you been able to have you been talking to your guides, meditating with your team?
Nothing.
Right? No, this is going to be transformative for you, because this connection right now that you allowed, and that's why it was the heart of the chest, because it's reversed. It's not just, it's not just them having your back and you having spirit's back and spirit having your back. You know what I mean? It's this beautiful connection.
Yep. Yeah.
They're going to grow on that
for sure. Like that feels so much better than holding on to just being irritated all the time.
I'm so happy for you. It would also be perfect for the journey that you're about to with your trip. Like, I feel like they're doing this on purpose, to set you up, because as you're going away, you are taking your energy, your vibration with you. And to be able to be more of that aware, of spirit, so you can bring that into your journey and into your trip is huge. It's a big deal. Like you're an agent of spirit, and to give you the freedom to move the way that you're moving, part of it is to gift this vibration. Yeah. This, as you move about. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it feels like I'll move for sure.
I know, right?
Like softer.
Yes. And with it, also bringing in the energy that you were supposed to embody into those places and into those people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like spirit's like, we're giving you this space to be on this trip and to be this free agent. And it would be so much better for the universe if you held within you that energy of connection and compassion as you go about, versus holding on the energy of anger and resentment.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for, being brave enough to open the space today and do this.
Yeah, no, thank you. That was important.
So you go and enjoy the rest of your day and bask in this feeling, and call your team and connect to them more and feel them at your back. Grow, okay? Grow that space.
Yeah, no, I still feel them at my back.
Good.
That was the strongest feeling of all of it. Yeah.
So glad. Yeah, and I'm assuming the head picking is just completely going to go away.
Yeah.
Every time, and if you feel it, to me, it's an indication of calling in your team. It's more about opening your crown. It's more about bringing them in. So if it comes, utilize that as a tell to call them in, and then you'd be able to fully release that.
Fully, yeah.
So this ended up being an unusual session for a spirit releasement. Like I mentioned in the beginning, oftentimes we engage more with the dialogue with the spirit, the attachment, and kind of in a way almost convince them to cross over, help them understand that there's no need anymore to be here, and remind them of those love connections so they can move on and expand into their true selves. But with Anna, I truly feel like it was a way for her guides to finally get her to connect. They needed to bring her to a space of feeling uncomfortable and seeking some help and chatting with me. So it was more than just creating that bridge and helping her uncle's dad cross over. It was really about truly reminding her that she is not alone and that she is fully supported and connected. And to continue to build on that connection, to keep inviting her guides in and keep building on that. So while I was editing and hearing all these crazy audio anomalies, I actually phoned Anna to show her the energy that manifested during our session. And so when we were chatting, she also gave me a nice quick update on how she's been feeling and what's been coming up for her. And so I wanted to add that for you guys. Here it is. My guides for help. But I'm like, okay, here's my reminder. I need to ask my guides for help. And I asked my guides for help on something. God, what was it? Because I was like, you guys got my back. And then it like just totally like the whole problem went away. What was it? What? I'll have to remember. I wasn't expecting a call from you. I've been working. It's not in my head, but it was something where I've been. You'll have to send me. I asked for it with my mom too, and I definitely had a better time with my mom. Like she's controlling herself a little better, but it was something else. It was something else where I was like, you know, you just kind of practice it without like major things. But it like, oh my God. And I have to, now I'm going to sit here and think through it.
It's okay.
But it was good.
You'll have to send me a voicemail. So yeah, good. Yeah. So a little more compassion, a little better with mom.
Yeah. Good. I mean, you know, obviously I'm like, this is the problem because I think I need to like handle it, but I can't. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's that I can't do it. I need that support.
Yes.
Because I can't do it.
No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just kind of let them have your back.
Yeah, have my back. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of it.
It's okay. We'll come to you. You'll send it to me later.
But that's so funny that it makes sense. Stuff like that happens with us.
How's your head? Are we picking?
Oh, I've been picking at it.
You know, they showed me that they're going to anchor that as a reminder to call them. Like, it has to do with your crown.
Yeah.
And they were like, until that is becoming like a second nature for you.
Yeah.
You know?
It does remind me now because that was the whole session was starting with that.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, you guys got my back. And then I like sit up straighter too. Like I feel myself hunching, and then I'm like, oh wait, oh they got my back, and I like sit up straighter.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
I love it. Yay.
Yeah. Anna finally remembered what it was that she asked her guides for, and so she sent me a little voice message.
I remember what it is now. So on Monday, I had to talk to the massage therapist that I fired because I didn't enjoy working with her. And she was freaking out about something and talking about how it's going to be such a huge deal to start with this new person, and could I do all this work, other extra work for her? And I was like, okay, guides, I need help. Before I called her, and she was like, oh, actually, I talked to this person and it all worked out and everything's fine. And I don't need your help. So I was like, yeah, guys, thank you.
I hope this episode resonates for you guys and helps you in your own lives, maybe incorporating some more compassion, remembering that your guides have your back, and that often that is the space that most of us need in order to create a transformation. It's a space that is much better to hold in our heart than anger and resentment. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Healing with Hila. If you'd like to hear more like that, join me on my Patreon page for exclusive content and my mini podcast, Midnight Thoughts. I'd love to hear more from you. Leave in the comments anything you would like for me to discuss in future episodes. Thank you so much for inviting me into your life. So much love your way.